help us, please. We don't want to die. We have learned our lesson. If anyone had told Laura, Mireya, and saw that one December night would shatter their lives, they would have laughed until their false lashes trembled. They were the type of girls who believed luxury was their birthright and hardship was a punishment for the unattractive and the unlucky. To them, December wasn't a month, it was a stage built for them to shine. Their motto: anything worth doing is worth overdoing, especially when money is involved. The girls and their plans. The story began on the first Friday of December at a beach rave in Coral Bay, a place so loud even spirits would cover their ears. The three girls arrived like queens from exile, glowing, confident, unstoppable. Laura in a gold dress that looked poured onto her skin. Mireya in a red gown sewn so tightly it seemed blessed by a tailor priest. Sword in a black glittering dress that made her look dipped in stars. That night they weren't just attending the rave. They owned it. They had one mission for December. Each girl must secure at least 3 wealthy men before Christmas. Not ordinary men, men with deep pockets, small consciences, and big spending habits. And December seemed ready to bless them. Within days, Laura met a wealthy estate developer who cleared her debts. Mireya caught the attention of a married senator who transferred money like rainfall. Sword began dating the owner of an exclusive club who showered her with designer gifts. Money flowed like a river in full flood. Their apartment in Emerald Crest Estate smelled of expensive perfumes and sounded like constant laughter. Their social media pages glowed with soft life photos, pajamas photo shoots, poolside poses, new wigs, new shoes, new men. Life seemed perfect. The man who changed everything. Everything shifted when they met him. At a rooftop bar in Vistora Heights, he appeared, a tall man whose presence sucked the warmth from the room. He introduced himself as Brother Kale. He ordered drinks for them without blinking, but something about him was wrong. His laugh echoed like 3 voices layered together. His eyes smiled slower than his mouth. But the girls were drunk on excitement, not caution. Then he asked, "Do you want to end this December richer than you ever imagined?" Their answer was instant. "Yes. Meet me tomorrow evening," he said. "All 3 of you." That night, all 3 girls had the same dream. A dark hall. Walls that breathed. A voice calling their names from underground. And each of them vomiting wet money until their bodies felt hollow. None of them mentioned it. That silence was their first mistake. The last night they were whole. The next evening they dressed beautifully, sprayed expensive perfumes, took mirror selfies, and stepped into a taxi heading to meet Brother Kale at an abandoned building in Obsidian Close. No lights. No signboard. Only ancient silence. He smiled when they arrived. "You came," he said. "Good." They followed him inside. And something unseen followed them too, something old, patient, and hungry. That was the last moment Laura, Mireya, and Sword were truly alive. The morning of horror. At dawn, the town of New Duro woke to a scream that tore through the streets. A mechanic named Gambo found a girl crawling out of the gutter beside his workshop. It was Laura. Or rather, what was left of her. Her skin was grey. Her lips swollen. Her eyes empty. She opened her mouth to speak, but instead, she vomited. Money. Wet, rotten-smelling notes poured out of her like a curse. People ran. Laura screamed, "Help me. My stomach is burning." But the money kept coming. Mireya and Sword. Meanwhile, at Zontea Market, Mireya was spinning barefoot in the street, humming an ancient tune. Her wig hung sideways. Makeup smeared. Sweat soaked her clothes. Then she began to throw money into the air. Money drenched in blood. Traders screamed and jumped onto tables. At the same time, on Silverline Bridge, Sword walked barefoot while clutching money to her chest like a newborn. "Don't touch it," she screamed. "He promised we would shine forever." Her laughter sent chills through even the bravest drivers. The hospital. By afternoon, emergency workers gathered the girls like broken pieces of a nightmare. Doctors tried to help, But how do you treat someone coffee money? How do you heal someone whose breath smells like burnt coins? When Laura finally spoke, she whispered. He didn't want our money. He wanted our greed. Maria shook violently. We followed him. We thought it was enjoyment. Sod cried. We entered a place not meant for humans. Before anyone could ask more, all three girls began screaming, staring at the same corner of the room, at something invisible to everyone else. A tall shadow with three voices laughing at once. He is here, they whispered. The hospital lights flickered. A cold wind blew through closed windows. And the vomiting began again. By midnight, the girls were gone, minds shattered beyond repair. Some say they roam the streets every December.
People began gathering because Lagos loves drama. Taxi drivers, early morning joggers, pepper sellers heading to the market. They came with curiosity, laughed and cried at the same time, a sharp sound that made even grown men flinch. Stop me, she begged in a cracked voice. Help me. My stomach is burning. But the money kept coming. At the same time Ada was coughing out money, something strange was happening in another part of the city. In Balagan Market, where noise was the natural language and people walked shoulder to shoulder like sardines, someone noticed a girl spinning in the middle of the street. No